Hi, I'm going to make a really simple buckwheat bread. I say simple because it is, but it takes time to develop. It doesn't take you a lot of effort, it's just that you've got lots of waiting time. So first of all, what I've done is I've washed 500 grams of buckwheat. Don't use roasted buckwheat or anything like that, just the buckwheat grains, which are come like browny, beigey, greeny colour. I've got some organic buckwheat here, and it was actually 500 grams in the pack, and it was £2.06, and I'm going to use them all. So I put them into my sieve and I've given them a really good wash. And all you need to do now is just put them in some water. And then I'm going to leave these to soak overnight so they soften up. So this is step one. I've made this recipe before as well, and it turns out really nice. And it's a bread that isn't crumbly, it actually sticks together. And it's just made from 2 ingredients plus water, and that's it. So I've covered all the buckwheat up with water. I'm going to put my lid on, and I'm just going to leave it on the worktop and then come back tomorrow and do the next stage. Okay, so come back for stage 2 tomorrow. Okay, welcome back. So we are doing buckwheat bread. So I've got the buckwheat groats in here, which have been soaking overnight, and I've kind of drained them until half of the groats were in the sieve, because I still want a little bit of water in there. And it's better to use the water that it's been soaked in, because that's kind of got that little bit of a slimy feel, so it'll help to keep everything together. It's kind of fermenting, okay, which will also help with the rise. So I'm just going to pour this directly into my Vitamix. And I'm not going to add any water straight away, because I want to see if this is enough. So make sure I get all of it. So you can see that it is a little bit moist, it has a little bit of water in there, but there's no, it doesn't come above the groats, okay? The other thing is that, those who have been watching my videos knows that my Vitamix lid broke on one side, and it's now broke on the other side. So I'm hoping that we can get the lid off afterwards, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck, okay? So fingers crossed, here we go. I'm just going to blend that down now. And it just needs a little bit of water. I think just a little drop of water, because it doesn't like it. Okay, we'll try again. Thing is not to add too much water, because you can add a bit of water, but you can't take water out, okay? Working right now. see how thick it is. Let me get this on. Oh, quite easy. Okay, so it is still quite thick. And having made this before, I want it a little bit thinner, so I'm going to just add a few more tablespoons of water. Bit more. I probably did need that whole cup that I put to one side. Okay, so we've got that creamy, thick, creamy consistency. Okay, and that's about right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it back into this bowl. You can see it's a thick, creamy consistency. And all this is at the moment is buckwheat groats and water. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to leave it overnight in the kitchen. It's nice in here. It's not over hot, but it's not cold. And I'm going to allow that mix to start fermenting and getting a few bubbles in it. Okay, so come back tomorrow. Hi, and I'm back with the buckwheat bread. So all this is buckwheat groats and water, and we've soaked it, rinsed it, blended it, and then we've left it to ferment overnight. And you can see that it's grown quite a lot. I think it was probably about down there. So it's almost doubled in size, and it has that sourdough tangy smell to it. It's quite nice. It looks a lovely colour, and it's got little bubbles on top. So I'm not going to add any salt to this because you really don't need to. And I'm just going to get it straight into my tin very gently. So I don't want to lose all of that air that's in there. It's quite a lot for this tin. Might be able to fit it in. Or not. I don't think I can fit any more in, because otherwise it might run over. Run over anyway. Put it onto a tray just in case it does run over. Okay, and then that's going in the oven. So fingers crossed it'll come out right. See you soon. Hello and welcome back. And the bread is done. You can see that. It's nicely risen. It did kind of overfill the tin, but it seems to be okay. So let's just take the paper off it. And it's still a little bit warm as well, but I'm going to cut into it because we need it for lunch. So let's cut right into the middle, and it is lovely and crispy on the top. It's quite a heavy loaf, but that's how buckwheat is. It tastes good anyway. Not cutting very well because it's still warm. Let's give it a taste. Very nice. And it has that bready texture as well. So, have a go making it, and let me know what you think. See you next time.